Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Kryptocraft with your host, Nighthawk. I'm here in the mob spawn tower that we built a couple episodes ago. Actually, I think it might have been on the... it was a couple episodes ago. And we had built that mob spawner specifically to charge up this creeper shard, because we were having horrible luck trying to track down a creeper spawner. So, after getting rather frustrated with the horribly slow rates that this was producing, I did a little bit of exploring on the seed in Creative and managed to track down a creeper spawner. So what we have here, we fly up to the upper tiers of this thing. And I'm going to turn on these lights so we can actually peek inside here real quick. At least turn on a couple of them. Should slow it down enough. And what we've got is a nice big obsidian box, the same place that we built the mob spawn tower, but just taking up about roughly a quarter of this space right now. A little more than. And inside of here, we have our creeper spawner. No! I better not have blown that up. Oh, good. We have our creeper spawner. And let me put... that's not low enough. There we go. No! No creeper. You weren't supposed to still be spawning, dude. I guess I don't have the, I need all the lights on to keep them from spawning. But, basically just have a creeper spawner here with the water source that pushes them off into the corner, so that we can charge up this creeper shard. And as you can see, it's now at 817 kills. So we're making good progress on this shard. We've got these little luminescent lamp thingies here. And they all fall down into this little killing ground area, where we can kill them and charge up that shard. And in just a second, we kill a bunch of these guys, because they're getting a little crowded here. We could even use this spawner for actually producing gunpowder. The only problem is you have to actually be within 16 blocks of the regular spawners for them to work. So they won't work if we're not anywhere close to them, where the soul shards, especially once we get to a tier 5 shard, since we're now 850 kills. Once we get to a tier 5 shard, then it'll work no matter where we're at. So, since we didn't need the old spawn tower, I set up the turtle underneath of the creeper spawn tower and set him to work clearing out space. I already cleared out one little strip here from top to bottom, just trying to cut around the new spawner. And he's just tearing everything back down, all the way back down to the bedrock, so that we can start building our new spawning soul shard spawn tower. And we'll probably put the Enderman shard and possibly even the skeleton spawner or skeleton shard in here as well. And my thought is I'll set it up so that there are killing levels, so that we can have a platform that extends that will catch all of the creepers and so forth, and give you a spot where you can kill them, as well as a killing platform that will, or a XP platform that will you can drop the Enderman onto, that you can use them for XP as well. So kind of give us a hybrid item collector XP farm. So, seems like a good idea. We'll see how well we can make it work. Maybe use frame motors for it, but we'll definitely have them all have all the shards wired up so that you can turn them on and off individually. Probably have a... I don't know. Well, I'll have to think about it a little bit to see how best to do it, because if you're doing XP farm, you want everything clustered together. And if we're just doing a killing floor, then we don't actually have to have everything together. We can just drop them onto a big floor, with a bunch of these transposers underneath to collect the items. So I'm going to get back to clearing this area out, and I'm going to do this part by hand just because I don't want to accidentally have the turtle cut into things, and filling up the shard, and we'll be back with you shortly. And now for a quick update, we are at 1022 kills on our creeper shard. So we should be able to get that up to tier 5 just like that. And we now have a tier 5 creeper shard. Also, the turtle has finished digging out all the way down to bedrock, so we have a nice tall area that we can build our spawn tower in. Might need to stretch this out a little bit because I don't want to get rid of the creeper spawner. We are going to go up here and hover in. There we go. And we're going to turn this off right now by turning on all of these lights. I don't know if this will actually turn it off 100%, but it should slow it down where it's basically off. Might spawn one every once in a while, but it shouldn't go to the crazy lengths that it does right now. So let's get rid of these guys, as I just about let him see me and explode. So now the next thing that we need to do is to lay out a spawn tower for our soul shards. And like I said, I don't want to get rid of this creeper spawn tower, so I might actually have to expand the area that is dug out with... might have to actually set the turtle loose and dig this out a little bit more. But what we'll do is... because I think we want about a 10 by 10 area, maybe 12 by 12, just to give enough room for a bunch of soul cages in the middle that will all drop down into, basically down to the very bottom, will be the kill floor, where it just kills them no matter what, and it will have one of the black sorting ender chests down there. And then that will collect all of the stuff that they drop and send it back into the sorting system for storage. Particularly gunpowder is the biggest one that we're after right now. But we'll need a bunch of things ultimately. And we can make use of bones and all of the other things that we can get. And ender pearls for sure. So we need to... we're also going to need to get rid of the water that's down there, but that will come a little bit later. So let's see if we can't... I sent all of this stuff back. Let's just grab... turn that back on hover mode. Let's just grab some of this stuff and do a little bit of layout work here. Now we can put it... we could just put it adjacent here, but I think what we might want to do is actually close up, because what I want to end up with is this top layer all switched back to the cracked sand, so it'll just be covered up, including this big gap here. I think where there is going to be nothing below it, we probably want to build that about 3 or 4 layers thick, just so that you don't have to worry about a creeper exploding and taking you all the way down to bedrock, because that would be very unfortunate. But I think if we start at this corner right here and basically put these corner to corner, give me that. And if we go out towards... actually out towards the Squatches area, I think, and make this a 12 by 12 tower here. I think I just need to set the turtle on it. Actually, maybe not quite there, because we want to make sure to avoid the light switch ring there. If I set the turtle right there, he's going to have a lot of air that he's going to end up digging, but that is okay. Oh, get me back up there. No. Actually, though, I wonder. Maybe I want... Yeah, I think I want that. There we go. Get our little digging station set up here. I need to go get the ender chest really quick. And we're going to set him to work, and I'll come back once he is done. First we'll get him going. I think I'm actually going to make this next open area. I think I'm going to make this... What do you think you're doing? Interrupting my recording like that. Look at all those arrows. Okay, let's do this. Let's make this a... let's make it 14 by 14. Did you just shoot my turtle? Oh, no, it was... Never mind, that was the block above that was just taken out. So he's going to go to work, and he's going to be busy for quite a while. I think it takes around an hour and a half to 2 hours to dig out a 14 by 14 area. So I'm going to go ahead and let him do his work, and I'll be back once I have that, once he finishes digging that out. Okay guys, we are back. Right now I'm at the very bottom of the new shard-based spawning tower. And I've got a couple of the transposers in. There's actually one more floor below this that is where we're going to run all of the tubing and everything else that we need to have. And we just need to put in the rest of these transposers here and hook up all of the tubing to our ender chest. And I do have to go... Whoops. I do still have to go back up to the top and pick up the ender chest. And I've already put in the creeper shard, and I've been testing the shard a little bit. I've got some wireless redstone connected to it so that we can control the on and off switch that way. And you can see there the shard is in the spawner's all set up. You can't see it from here right now. My plan is to replace these bottom two blocks with additional spawners, and these upper blocks are here just to keep the creepers, or keep all the mobs off of the shards, or off the spawners themselves. These are actually a whole bunch of micro blocks that I think need to be changed, but I still have to come up with a way to... I may just replace the top ones with full blocks, and then this middle layer keep clear for the wireless redstone pieces that need to be there. And we should also be able to go out at least one more block all around with additional spawners if we need to. The wireless redstone might get a little bit tricky for those, but it should be easy enough to work out a solution for that. So now we've got those. Let's set up our... not our block of cracked sand. Let's set up our travel charging station here, because my jetpack is just about empty right now. So we need one of this, and one of this. Turn that on, and let's get our jetpack put in there before we run out of fuel. So right now I've got wireless redstone hooked up. If we turn this on, then you can see creepers are going to start falling. I'm too close to them. But you can see it spawns pretty rapidly here. I probably will also want a control panel that has all the same controls back in the factory, since that's where all of these items are going to end up. And I also decided to put a hold on actually putting together the the full reconfigurable setup that I'm still thinking about how to do it. Like this, I want to turn into a bunch of frames that will retract, so it will extend a gangplank out to the middle when you need to work on things, and this needs to have a door, and there's some other things like that that still need to be done here. But let's grab our jetpack. That's not quite filled up. Or is it? What's going on here? There it is. What's going on? This is weird. There it goes. Just getting a little bit confused. Okay, so now we need to drop all the way down here. And this obviously still needs to be set up properly. Let's see if we can do something about this here. As we sink into the water here. And whoa. Hover mode, please. A little bit tricky building right here. There we go. Okay, so at least we have a little spot that we can get in here. We'll need to fix that and make that a little bit nicer. Even though we shouldn't ever have to come in here once this is all set up and running. Obviously, you never know what might end up being needed in the future. I do think I need to lower the floor in that room by one more block, just because right now, when we put all the pneumatic tubing in place, it's going to make it very difficult to move around. So let's get back down here. We've got our ender chest. Let's put that right here. And get our tubes. We need to we're just going to turn a bunch of these. We're going to turn all of them into redstone tubes. That will be perfectly fine. That's not the direction you were supposed to go. So we just need to run these all along here. And I think for being able to move around the room, I think everything's going to go to that side of the room and then over and come back this direction. That way, you'll have to go all the way around the room this direction to get to the other side of this ender chest, but we shouldn't need to get to it very often anyway. The only thing that we really need to do over here is just connect things this way, and then we'll set up a timer. Oh, no, I can do it this way, I think. Now, I think I may have messed that up a little bit. Yeah, because now I don't have a way to connect the redstone tubes to the rest of the system. Let's see if we happen to have any more. Nope. The good news, though, is there are so many cave systems and everything else right here. We should be able to find some redstone fairly quick here. I know there was some redstone in this cave in particular. Did I get some? Yep, I got some. Perfect. I don't really need much, and you know, I could come in right here. So anyway, let's continue working here. We're gonna put just a bit of redstone right there that connects to the tubes. And now if we put our timer right here, we can see that's going to light up all of those tubes. Now, what I also have in mind is bringing a signal back this direction, and we don't really need this to be... We can set that to 10 seconds, but I'm planning on bringing a signal back here and setting it up with an AND gate that will... that we can use with the wireless redstone to say that, hey, nobody's actually turned on right now, we don't actually need to run the timer. So let's bring this across. We'll just run all of these lines straight back first. And then we just need to run a couple of additional pieces to connect it all. Need one here connecting. Like I said, unfortunately the height right now makes it very inconvenient to move around. But once this is all connected, we shouldn't need to work down here very often anyway. So that should trip there in just a moment. That should have found some stuff, I think. So let's do this as well. Let's go up one more. And just do a couple of checks here. Let's put this in. Now, I don't... I have all this lit up so that we don't have anything accidentally spawn down here that we don't want. We can probably change this a little bit so we don't have to worry about that. But as it stands, it's not really a big deal anyway. So let's throw some stuff around there and go back down here and take a look. So you can see that cobblestone got picked up. This should pick it all up. That must have been the first bit that must have been the first bit. Let's make sure that it actually does pick it all up. Because all of these transposers should pick up everything in a 3x3 area immediately surrounding them. And maybe I should turn the... I'll update that timer speed for testing purposes. Uh-oh. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back again here. Not sure why my connection got killed, but for some reason when I tried to open up the timer interface, it kicked me off, and I actually had to replace that. Oh great, which kind is it? I had to replace the timer to get it to let me use it. Let's see. So apparently the redstone tubes now have a range limit. So you can see right now the signal is not getting all the way out through all of these tubes. And I think what I'm going to try doing is, let's see, plank cover, these are covers. Oh, I have to use the actual ingots. So I think what I'm going to try and do is hook this up using a jacketed wire, and because the red ally wire does not have a range limit, so what I'm wondering is if I connect it with the jacketed wire, if it will actually inherit that same property. Because I had not ever seen the redstone pneumatic tubes to have a range limit. Let's see if we have any red alloy wire up here. Somewhere in one of these machines. Can I reach it? There we go, and no. Let's see. Recipe. Recipe for that. Redstone and iron, or copper. Copper sounds like an awesome version because we have so much copper, it's really quite ridiculous. And we can get more copper very, very easily. Let's put those in there and get us some red alloy wire. And let's turn this into some jacketed wire. I'm going to use the marble just because we're using marble for everything else in that tower, except for the very top, which is marble and obsidian. Because I thought that would look pretty cool, and I like this striped look that it ended up with. And let's go see if we can plug this in and have it work. And if it doesn't work, then I'll have to do some troubleshooting off camera and see if I can figure out what's going on. Drop in there really quick, at least most of the way. Okay, let's blow that away and stick this there. Oh, whoops. Timer was still fine. I just needed to put a piece of wire under this. And timer. There we go. Ah, there we go. Perfect. So now that lights up the whole thing. So, interesting. If you use redstone, it inherits the distance limitation of redstone, of the regular redstone, into the redstone pipes. So, definitely good things to know. Actually, we're going to keep this not that low. We're going to keep this at 2 seconds, and let's go do a quick, some quick tests up here. And throw some things around and make sure they all get picked up. Looks like things are getting picked up well. Looks like things... there it goes. Everything seems to be getting picked up. There don't seem to be... I'm not seeing any dead spots on the floor, so that's good. Good. So that part is all good to go. We just need to close this little spot here up. And we don't have to worry about that part anymore. Now, let's set our timer. Okay, apparently I broke the timer again. Let's get back on the server here. We'll just take the timer up and... Oh, maybe it's because I'm clicking on it with marble that it's having issues. Anyway, that's all set up. Take this, and we're going to go up to the top really quick, and we'll turn on the creepers. This should all be set to go. And let's turn on the creepers and watch them fall for a moment. Ah, so pretty. Gunpowder for ages. Right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!